Welcome back, students. We are going to finish Unit 4 in your workbook. We are going to complete the reading section. It is page 23. So page 23. 23. Reading strategy. Visualize. What is going on? There we go. Visualize. Before reading, think about a beautiful place you know. Create a mind map right here with words that help you visualize the place. So here you need to write the place. And then here you need to write words that help you visualize. Words para describir este lugar. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So ustedes necesitan escribir un lugar aquí y 8 palabras para describir en este círculo. All right. Section B, read the text. Underline the words that help you visualize the farms like finca, in your mind. All right. So let's try this. All right. So I'm going to read and I'm going to highlight the words that help me. So number 1, Trevor Jones wiped the sweat off his forehead with the back of his hand and squinted at the sun. While the weather was great for the green leafy crops, it was hot work for him. Even so, he loved that the farm was making a difference in the world through ecological practices. Jones never used pesticides on the fields, so there were weeds among the crops, but that didn't bother him at all. All right, so wiped the sweat and squinted at the sun. This makes me think it is hot. The weather was great for the green leafy crops. It was hot work. He loved the farm. All right, so ecological practices. Never used pesticides on the fields. So there was weeds among the crops, but that didn't bother him. So todo de esto me ayuda para formar una imagen en mi mente cuando estoy leyendo. Number 2. A sleek gray bus approached in the distance along the highway and turned down the dusty dirt road that led to Jones's farm. Tourists came from around the state to learn about his sustainable gardening practices. They also bought colorful fruits, vegetables, and unique homemade goods at the little wooden produce stand next to Jones's house. The funds from these sales allowed Jones to continue his pioneering methods of growing all natural foods to sell at the local market and to nearby businesses. All right, so for me, I'm going to change the color so it doesn't get confused with number 1. A sleek gray bus along the highway, dusty dirt road, tourists around the state, sustainable gardening practices, colorful fruits, vegetables, homemade goods, wooden produce stand, funds, sales, continue growing all natural foods, local market, and nearby businesses. Okay, Estoy marcando las palabras para mí. Si tú tienes diferentes palabras que ayuda, está bien, marque estas palabras. All right, so let's read number 3. Tourist poured out of the bus into the heat of the day. Jones waved excitedly to them and walked over to stand beneath a beautiful old oak tree. He waved to the group to join them, and the sweaty city folks hurried into the cool shade. In his distinctive low voice, Jones began to tell the story of TJ Farms to the curious, smiling people. All right, so let's change the color again. Number 3, tourist poured out the heat of the day, waved excitedly to stand beneath a beautiful old oak tree. Sweaty city folks hurried, cool shade, distinctive low voice. TJ Farms, curious, smiling people. All right. Esas palabras me ayudan a formar una imagen cuando estaba leyendo. Let's go to number 4. Soon he hoped to turn his whitewashed farmhouse into a charming country bed and breakfast to earn more income. His wife Betsy would bake tasty fruit pies and golden crusty bread to serve guests each morning, along with fresh brown eggs from his flock of speckled chickens. Jones also planned to have teenage and adult volunteers come to help with the work and learn his farming practices. There were many ways Jones could expand the tiny farm to help it succeed, and he planned to take advantage of every opportunity possible. All right, so let's do this again. Number 4, soon he hoped, all right, whitewashed farmhouse, charming bed and breakfast. His wife Betsy baked tasty fruit pies and golden crusty bread, fresh brown eggs, flock of speckled chickens, teenage and adult volunteers, farming practices, tiny farm, take advantage of every opportunity. All right, so esta es todo para esta hoja. All right, activity C. Write words that help you visualize the places and events of the passage. So here, this is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4. So ustedes necesitan escribir las palabras de aquí que te ayuden. Necesitan escribir aquí. So no voy a escribir todo. Ustedes van a hacer esta parte. And for writing, no vamos a hacer esta sección. Felicidades, estamos terminados con unidad 4. Adiós.